This is the most terrifying monster of the medieval era. Standing over 25 feet tall, once it grabs its prey, it can devour them in an instant. What's even more terrifying is this. It can disguise itself as a human, completely undetectable. Watching the soldiers fall one by one, the woman realizes her time is running out. But just as the monster approaches, it does something completely unexpected. As it turns out, this is a world where fairies and humans coexist. Although they look no different from humans, those wings that let them fly have always made humans wary. To keep the peace, the fairies signed an agreement, voluntarily cramming themselves into a narrow district called the Carnival Row, and agreed to have barbed wire stretched across the sky above the town. They thought they could live this peaceful life forever, but they forgot that a third race was lurking in these lands. They are known as the Paspas. In their quest to dominate this land, they disguised themselves as humans and secretly stirred up conflict between the two races. One morning, the fairies gathered outside the wall, staring at a pair of blood-soaked wings. The entire community was consumed with rage. Although the soldiers had no idea what happened, they couldn't help but smirk at the sight. The fairies kept backing down, only to face even greater oppression. If things got any worse, they'd have nowhere left to turn. Just as the leaders were discussing revenge, another murder occurred. A human officer was brutally killed. His body hung high on the wall, as if it were a warning from the fairies. When word reached the chief, he seemed like he'd been waiting for this moment for a long time. He immediately led his troops into Carnival Row and launched a massacre. Unwilling to watch innocent villagers be slaughtered, the fairy leader stepped forward, hoping to negotiate with the humans. But the chancellor gave them no chance. He had long harbored hatred toward the fairies, and this was the perfect opportunity to wipe them out completely. The fairies were dragged to the execution grounds. Anna was strapped to the guillotine, just as the blade was about to drop. A terrifying figure burst onto the scene. The monster moved so fast that the human eye couldn't even track it. In the blink of an eye, every soldier was down, and the chancellor, so arrogant just moments ago, was now being lifted by the monster like a baby, slowly dying in absolute terror. Anna was trembling with fear. She thought she was done for, but just at this critical moment, a large group of soldiers suddenly rushed in. Under the glare of the lights, humans finally got their first clear look at the monster's true form.